Hold the hell up. I'm in my adult onesie right now. Check the fit. Hold on. Yeah, check out the outfit. Adult onesie covered in dog hair. Got this for like $30, $40 from Walmart. And the Bart Simpson hat, Walmart, probably like 5 pennies. Shoes look like I robbed it. How about I put my phone in my pocket just for it to slip down? Oh yeah, I need to button that shit up. Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Chop Up The Yap. Our professional host here is going to go over a lot of opinions, thoughts, POVs, random shit. A whole lot of random shit. Appreciate it if you tune in. Like I said, it looked like I took these damn once. Nice looking pair of K-Swiss. And it looked like I done took them out of a damn Goodwill. Threw them in a pair of baggy jeans and hauled ass with them. Oh, damn. I hope I don't get choked out by this. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird sitting in these coveralls. I just found out what the hell these were called not long ago. Yeah, I'm a Florida baby, Florida boy, Florida man. Let me not go ahead and try to sound like some of these. Let me not go ahead and try to sound like some of these motherfuckers that be trying to make themselves sound younger than they actually are. Shit, I already know my status. I'm quadruple, OG, Unk, double platinum, big bro. Shit, for all I know, compared to a 16-year-old, this man might look at me like I was born in the year 10 AD. But right now I'm listening to Mellow Hype P2. I was today years old when I found out, or last night years old when I found out. That sounds corny as fuck. I was last night years old. Alright. Last night I found out that supposedly Tyler the Creator's first three projects, Goblin, Bastard, and Wolf, supposedly is supposed to go in the order, according to some people on the YouTube comments. It said it goes Bastard, Wolf, and then Goblin. And transitioning from the last track of Wolf Lone to the intro of Goblin, I mean, it sounds like that person was right. Shout out to whoever that is. I believe I found out about it looking at a video on YouTube. I was trying to find the Wolf movie. Like I had seen The Good AM or Go OD AM by Mac Miller, like movie documentary. And then it had me thinking about Tyler the Creator's Wolf movie. So I was like, hey, maybe is that shit out, you know? So I went and I had went looking for it. And it looked like there was some sort of fan-made 11-minute video of pretty much all the music videos from that Tyler the Creator Wolf, just compiled together, and they like made a movie out of that. I didn't even realize. I feel like I need to get my headphones with all these fucking loud, big ass back to back. Damn, there's like two dump trucks in both lanes, like, and the third one. God damn, bro. This might have been a bad idea to record right here by the road. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep rolling with it. I'm cool with this shit. Nah, I don't really care if you feel upset audio wise. Like, oh my god, bro, I'm tired of hearing the cars in the background. If you feel that way, man, like try to bear through it. Don't focus on the little shit in the background. You know, don't try to make it a big deal. I'm saying that it's almost sounds like I'm trying to make it a big deal. Let me shut my hypocrite ass up. I hope this shit's recorded. Yeah. Okay. Look like I'm packing a damn leather diaper under this bitch. Yeah, with the Wolf music videos compiled back to back by a fan. It's a pretty, like, if you're a fan of Tyler, or even if you're not, I recommend you go check that shit out. I was surprised to see how much or be reminded of like how many music videos Tyler the Creator put out for that album. Wolf, I was like, damn, he did put out a good amount. That shit's weird, bro. I got one hair that be like growing out the side of my nose. I swear I think I'm related to like Wolverine or some shit. My beard is like, on the real, I think it's when I get old, that's just gonna be like up to here. I'm gonna be one of them type of motherfuckers. Just, I be saying motherfucker like that dude, what's his name? J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys. That's a show I've been watching on Netflix alongside Black Rabbit, like an action suspense thriller. It's about these two brothers. Pretty much they got shiesty dealings going on. A lot of, behind the scenes kind of fuckery behind the... I'm not going to explain too much about that show, but yeah, Black Rabbit, Trailer Park Boys, what else? I just finished watching Wayward on Netflix too. I'm in the process of watching Demon Slayer. If you got any shows, shows, TV shows, animes, cartoons, movies to recommend, let me know, please. I'm trying to fill my mind with a whole bunch of consumer brain rot shit. But I finished Wayward. I also just found out that there was a fan-made, what was it? Let me drink my tea like a fancy British person and try to recollect my thoughts and crumpets. The Ed and Eddie. So a fan had made a follow-up to the Ed and Eddie show. It's called, I believe, Peach Creek. Yeah, Peach Creek. There's only one episode made, and it's called The Rug Pull. So look up if you're interested, or if not, if you fuck Ed and Eddie, if you fuck with Ed and Eddie, I definitely recommend you should go ahead and look up Peach Creek, The Rug Pull, episode 1. It's a fan-made continuation, but there's only one episode, which is pretty sad. I wish they would have rolled with it, but I'm sure something could have happened behind the scenes where the actual creators of Ed and Eddie was like, hey, whoa, wait a minute now. Unfortunate, but this the animation style is a little it's not completely like you like on some like the new Shrek leaks of that one. Shit, man, my ass don't know what I be fucking talking about sometimes. I be getting lost in the sauce trying to recollect what the hell I'm trying to say. Like the Shrek movie, the animation looks a little like, what the fuck? This cartoon with Ed and Eddie that the fan made called Peach Creek, they did a pretty good job with the animation. Now, question: is slow motion better than no motion? What if you're the only one What if you're only getting one view per week? Is it even worth the attempt? Well, let's say you're getting like 10 views. Would you say slow motion is better than no motion, or are you wasting your time? I'm Mr. Slow Motion myself, so damn, talk so much the cigarette said, hey nigga, I'm gonna take a nap. Being slow motion myself, I would say it's worth it because it could climb up to something more. But problem is about being consistent in doing the promotion and keeping it going. Sometimes I fall short of the consistency. So I'm working on that and been working on it. Sometimes, I win. Sometimes there's losses. Not trying to make any excuses or get comfortable with not really, letting my nuts hang and keeping the shit roll or going. Um, Social media seems to be saturated with like such glamorous, and this I know even just the first two words I said made me sound like I'm fucking 900 years old. Bear with me, young motherfucker, if you listening. Um, Social media seems to be saturated with like such glamorous, what the hell? The note I wrote down for this shit. What the, yo, it says, all right, hot death. What the fuck? I know I wasn't trying to say hot death. I did like voice hot. What the hell was I trying to say? Hot meth? I don't know. Anyways, with like pictures and shit on Instagram, YouTube, whatever the hell, being like all clean cut and glamorous and um, with all the graphics and shit, like I feel like the complete opposite on some VCH tape is going to probably be more appealing if there's personality behind like the lo-fi, low quality. That shit could already be taking place, but uh, yeah. Yeah, what do you think? You think that shit's gonna flip around, or you know what? Let me hit up one of the homies and see if they could. They probably not gonna pick up. Currently, my bald head is evolving. I'm still a bald spot bandit. I'm a super. This hat is super glued to my head. I am insecure. I don't want y'all to see my dolphin hole on the top of my head. That shit look crazy. I'm like, damn. I was shit. A combination of going to the pool, using you going to the pool like it was a fucking everyday religion. Like that was the damn hub. That was the cul-de-sac of my Ed and Eddie as a child. Like every time there was a pool, we take advantage of that shit, hit that shit like no other tomorrow, man. And I know my parents are probably like tired of all them wet clothes, and my dad would be like, damn, like, always got some wet clothes in the bath. I'm surprised we didn't have issues with some mold with the amount of times we went swimming. But a combination of like the hair products being like some random cheap bullshit like Suave or whatever, like a whole bunch of that overly using cheap products on my hair. Swimming with fucking chemicals, not cleaning my hair afterwards because I didn't know as when I was younger what to do with my hair. Just kind of like I thought it was good that I was at least washing that shit on a daily basis. Come to find out, at 27, I'm like I was wrong, or I knew this shit a few years ago. Like I just kind of found out about like, hey, you're not supposed to be washing your hair that much. I'm like, oh, and also picking my hair a lot and like you got to be careful picking if you already your genetics for your hair is kind of you shouldn't be sitting there plucking at your damn weak ass genetic hair, but uh, let's see if I get somebody on the phone. These motherfuckers all probably working and shit. I'm in the process of about to start a new job right now, so I got a little mini vacation. Yo, hey, you got time to talk for a minute or not? Okay, if you don't, if it's if it's not a good time, we can just chop it up another time. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. All right, Callie. Well, another time. I hope you're doing good. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So we can talk another time. I ain't trying to get you caught up in shit, and your manager trying to like piss on you piss on your mood and shit and bust your chops. All right, talk with you later. I said, all right, talk with you later.
Okay, yeah, because they might say something since I'm already clocked in.
All right. I appreciate you picking up, though. We'll talk. All right, bye. All right. Yep, like I said, they're going to be at work and shit, so uh, let's see, what other homie can I hit? Oh, yeah. Let me hit up my nigga Josh. Let's see. Boy, I turned my head quicker than a motherfucking snake, bro. I thought he had picked up for a second. He was like, hey, nigga, where you been? I haven't talked to this man in a minute. Yeah, that's looking like a bust. Um, yeah, let me hit up my, let's see. All right. I'm going to try one more person, and then I'm going to call it. I feel like I've been smoking this cigarette for an hour or some shit. All right. All right. Well, oh, I might have one more person. I'm going to hit their line later on and see if they pick up. For all I know, somebody might call back later on. And like, sometimes I really don't like looking at the back of this fucking camera. Maybe it could be me being anxious or not really. I don't feel like it really is too much on. Maybe this sounds like I'm in denial about this shit. Nothing really too much with nerves, but it just feels weird to be looking at this camera as if it's like trying to have a conversation with the back of my phone. That shit sounds psychotic in that sentence in itself. But hey, that's the new age we in. I'm surprised the motherfuckers be doing it with that big ass uh, little ring with the LED flashing light in their face to try to hide some of their wrinkles and flaws and shit. They trying to look like they got they using the light to make themselves look like they got some goddamn some facial fillers or whatnot. They got that Kylie Jenner filter on their face and shit. Tell me how the other day I called a taxi, right? And this motherfucker, he like what I was saying about that whole taxi thing, which after editing, I found out that I completely missed the story and derailed into a whole bunch of other whatever, blah blah blah. So I called this taxi, and me and him, I was telling him like I'm new to the area, blah blah blah, because he was telling me certain like locations I was unfamiliar with while I was trying to give him addresses. It was just like a little bit of like a miscommunication back and forth, and it sounded like I was a foreigner trying to explain to him like, no, brother, I'm trying to go this way, I'm trying to go here. He's like, oh, around this blah 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 address. I'm like, no, nah. So he pretty much tells me, I tell him I'm new to the area, and he's like, oh well, hey, I'm looking for drivers. I'm like, I thought it was a little funny, like it went from I'm new to the area, like, hey, you can work for me, huh? What do you think about it? I'm like, um, well, hey, I could end up possibly being a taxi driver on the side. He was telling me they provide the vehicle and whatnot, and I was just like, yeah, well, I guess Robert De Niro won't be the only motherfucker driving a taxi. It's kind of funny that my mom and dad, they used to work for Mears back in the day, and shit, it's like, I guess I'm keeping on the family tradition or something. But yeah, I was just originally trying to get to wherever the hell I was trying to get to, and yeah, got a job offer in the mix of it. So yeah. Call me at 1-800. I'm talking to him about some damn. I saw somebody jogging, and I'm like, man, maybe I need to get my fat ass on up with my little damn uh, adult onesie on and get jogging or some shit. I feel like my feet going to sleep sitting in this ghetto ass little. This is my chair that I have replaced with for the time being, this replacing my or Casanat's chair that I had, the office chair. That shit got wet with the rain and then turned into a damn mosquito mansion. I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. It dried up, but I feel like the mosquitoes were still drawn to it because it had some moisture in that bitch. I was like, you know what? I disassembled that chair. I was about to go door with it and have a little hammer and beat the brakes off that bitch and beat the wheels out of the office chair's feet. But yeah, you notice I'm like looking around and shit because I feel like it would be kind of crazy if I was just like looking almost mannequin, just staring at the phone the whole time. I feel like that shit, I feel like I'll be like, it feels like I'm trying to force you know, the me like, the conversation. You know, I ain't trying to do all that. But hey, uh, that shit could get played as like, oh, you must be camera shy, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I am. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm always in the mood. I'm up for it. Like I said, I'll just be trying to do this shit on the fly and trying to like experiment with shit. I'm like, let me try this shit, see how it is. And hey, I think even though if I get a comment like the other day, this motherfucker I promoted a song to him, I was like, hey, here's some lotion for your ashy playlist, and then I put my damn song in it, which was Ludacris, and my artist name is John DJON space DE, and the song was called Ludacris. So I attached that link to that damn what I was saying, like, hey, you know, lotion up your ashy ass playlist. I know you probably tired of hearing the same ass shit, and I know you probably gonna be a hoe about me trying to. If it was one of your homies telling you about my song and passing, you'd be more likely to want to listen to it that way. But if it's me trying to send it to you, like hit you with the like fuck out of here with that bullshit, man, I don't want to hear none of that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. That's not everybody, but I'm not gonna act like there ain't a percentage of motherfuckers that do be doing that type shit. Uh, hold on. Okay. Well, this dude, he was like, man, some shit like, hey, you fucking nerd dork, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, or he's like, pretty much like, yeah, fuck out of here. You're a fucking nerd. You're a dork. I'm like, all right, bro. Niggas trying to sound real big bad wolf. I know damn well in person. Some of these motherfuckers that be real comfortable on the. Oh, nigga, I thought I saw a skunk over there with a damn little UK kitchen knife trying to run my way. Boy. Anyways, this fucking lame-o, he was like, oh, yeah, you fucking nerd, you fucking dork, I wanna listen to your shit, and see me all mad and butthurt that I even sent him my shit. And I'm like, damn, bro, why you acting big pressed about a nigga trying to promote? Like, I'm just trying to pitch you some shit, bro. Just, You ain't got, you could, but whatever. Hey, respond how you want to respond. I'm not saying you can't respond the way you want to respond. But that shit, it kind of, I shouldn't have responded, but I don't know if it was my pride or some shit or uh, something told me sometimes it's like, oftentimes what you should do in those instances is just be like, hey, don't don't take the bait. But then I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna respond. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, why you trying to make it deep about something that ain't even like all that serious? Like, you being weird, trying to sound, and I'm like, that's real rich coming from a dude named Kenny saying that like I'm a fucking nerd. I'm like, dude, your name in itself sounds like you be on some nerdy ass bullshit. But hey, maybe Kenny is cool as fuck and he's badass and he's gangster. He's, I don't know. But I'm like, this nigga over here acting like I done said some wild shit about one of his family members or some shit to where he now wants to like try to piss me off because he's upset I sent him something. I'm like, bro, you're getting triggered about a motherfucker sending you trying to promote some shit. Just move on, bro. You ain't gotta explode and make it a big ass deal and try to make it almost seem like you want to go that distance or you want to take it to that level. Because if I was on some, you don't even know who the fuck I am. If I was on some crazy bullshit, and unless I happen to know where you are, what if, What if that shit could have escalated into something more? Like, I feel like people sometimes get people that act like kind or maybe they act goofy or silly sometimes. They get them misunderstood for like, oh, that person's a bitch because they're not displaying certain things that would be deemed as like they're tough or they're cool or they're badass. I'm like, all right, bro. But you know what? It would be dumb for me to even take it there with them, even though a petty side of me is like, hey, I oughta make an example out your bitch ass to be like, hey, But I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to come, it's not even worth it, essentially. I thought the shit was just, I think that type of shit is just goofy and it's corny, but I guess I'm corny too. I'm not going to act like shit I do ain't corny or it could be cringy to somebody else, you know? I don't think somebody could be cool 1,000% of the way or 100, I think you get what the fuck I'm trying to get at. Now I got to beat Dave Chappelle's record of smoking cigarettes. Let's see how much I can do. The other day, I had a doctor's appointment, had a clean bill of health. I'm not trying to take that for granted. Working on the plan on, trying to live a healthier life. I'm going to leave it like that before I get into a whole rattle session on bad habits and vices. Let me not act like I didn't just do that shit last episode. What was fucked up was the same thing that happened with me. I feel like the past few episodes recording, I've been messing up thinking that this shit was recording to find out this shit only recorded like 3 minutes and I spent like an hour recording. That's what happened with what would be this episode that I'm doing now, but it was a bit different and I finished it like 2 weeks ago, but I spent like an hour and some change just to find out, hey, you did that shit just to be talking just to be talking out loud. I was like, damn. Just when I thought I was feeling like a nut for sitting here looking at the back of a phone like it's another person to be chit-chat, blah, blah, blah. I guess oversharing and, you know. But, hopefully this shit don't just get viewed as like this nigga's so lonely and is so bored that he has to sit here and overshare his shit with us and we don't even care to hear it. This man needs to go get some friends. I do have friends. It's just, like I said, an experiment. Try to see maybe some of the shit that I'm trying to bring to the table, I just farted. I don't even give a fuck if you heard it. Trying to see if maybe some of the shit that I'm saying could maybe you could relate with some of the shit. Maybe you could find some humor in it. If I can make you laugh at some fucking point in time, hey, my mission's complete. Or if I could make you walk away feeling like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not the only one that feels that certain way about certain things. You know, we don't always have to relate or see eye to eye and shit. And I don't want motherfuckers to think I'm trying to build some sort of cult. Like, if motherfuckers don't fuck with me, that's kind of a win in itself too. Because I don't want, I'm not really like horny about just having a whole bunch of eyes on me. Like, I know that shit could be beneficial, but you know what also could be beneficial? Being able to move and not have to go through fucking certain like obstacles and hoops. You know, that shit. I feel like we take that shit for granted. Like that's a win in itself. Yeah, obviously, all of us would like to be making or having some of those perks, like some of those benefits that these other people do have with being at the height of. But just know, like, once you do get to those heights, it's like your time to sometimes do certain things. It's like you might not have time for yourself, like how you have time for things that you do right now in the future. And it's like I get that, you know, don't misconstrue this shit. Like I'm trying to act like I know everything, because hey, even some of the shit I could be saying, somebody could find the holes and find where I'm wrong, because I know we all, not all of us, but I know in this day and age, be quick to try to find the problems or the flaws or what's wrong about certain things that are said, or you know, X, Y, and Z. So, like I said, I'm aware that even some things that I'm saying, even though I may think of it as it's a fact, that I could find out I was wrong about some shit, and I still got some learning to do. I'm not a dude that is like unaware of the fact that hey, I could be wrong too. I could think what I'm saying is like, you know, this is where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Essentially. Um, but yeah, I've been seeing some funny ass weird shit about toilet paper online, and I'm just like, you know what? Since my first name's John, I might as well go ahead and unroll those can of worms from Charmin and see what the hell's going on. And when I seen it, a couple videos, I'm like, what in the ghetto low budget Squid Games is going on? You know, we got like an anonymous Joker Batman, anonymous Joker Batman as type of villains violating toilet paper to the like worst degree by drugging it on some twisted Dexter Public Laboratory Revenge of the Nerds against random people unknowingly using it. Like, not like random people ain't already hesitant using public bathrooms, but these crooks like putting the cherry on the top to get others dumb sick or RIP with their headstone saying TP shit beyond wicked, or that sounded, hold on, that almost, the way I read that shit sounded like AI was reading the damn what I'm putting down. With the headstone saying TP did it. Hey, shit's beyond wicked. Wanting people to flush their health. Hopefully, this ain't some dude wipes ad campaign to knock down toilet paper on some presidential slander commercials type shit. I seen this. One of the videos I had seen was of some guy saying toilet paper is bleached and has forever chemicals in it, which at first, just hearing the drugging TP shit, I grabbed my own rolls. I made a little short on my YouTube channel at It Will Be John D, where we're at right now. But yeah, I grabbed my own rolls of toilet paper and loaded them into the car. But for all I know, some weirdo could have drove by. Even though I'm doing that shit, some weirdo could drive by like the aisles Some like Stephen Hawkins looking ass nigga. All right, that was fucked up. I ain't had to put Stephen Hawkins in that shit. Rest in peace. This motherfucker, somebody could have drove by ours and just on some Boys in the Hood style and shot up random packs from the back, doggy style, anally fucking us to an early grave. But I loaded my car, and then I saw the video of the motherfucker talking about forever chemicals, and I'm like, shortly after, I'm like, man, that made me grab them damn toilet paper roll. Like, I just left one toilet paper roll in there just in case, but it made me feel like what I'm doing could it's helping me in one way with avoiding dealing with laced toilet paper, which sounds ridiculous. Laced toilet paper is what we're dealing with. I've been seeing also like people having the 20 putting like random poison toxic ass drug powder in $20 bills in Walmart parking lots and trying to get people to touch it, and just off touch it would fuck somebody up, probably kill them or make them sick. Shit, I even heard a story where this person, I forgot exactly where and who, like the source of the story, but that's because all that doom scrolling. Let me tell you, all that doom scrolling and shit. I'm just like, and sometimes it don't gotta be as dark as we trying to make it. Just scrolling shit in general. I feel like we quick to exaggerate and make something seem put such a dark ass spin on it. Like if you productive and you taking care of other shit and you hold down, like you're good in other departments, like I don't think it's such a bad thing that you do certain habits that could be deemed as bad. As long as you're not just spending all your time, just that's only what you're mainly about. Like mix and match, juggle multiple things within your day, so you ain't only just doing that shit to get older and find out like at 40, 50, like, oh, fuck, now I'm coming to the realization that I was dumb for doing what I did and I probably should have done some, hey, I do it too. Not to act like a victim, but I think we all guilty of same or similar or the exact, crimes that we do against on our own lives. Uh, this video though, was talking about how this neighbor was getting fed up with his new neighbors in this apartment complex with like them being loud and they had a newborn and all this shit. So what this person did was put some sort of I don't know, carbon dioxide to really just like serve it to them because he's upset about the noise and shit, or he's tired of them. They're being annoying neighbors and what. Hold on. They're tired of. The guy was tired of his neighbors, so he put carbon dioxide or something that could be deadly, or trying to make them sick, and he was doing that shit in attempts to get rid of them, or make them maybe encourage them to leave because he was upset and annoyed with them. And I'm just like, but certain things I feel like we really do need, like certain shit should not be allowed for public, just to the public. I know one way or another, some people are still going to find a way to get shit, but I don't think somehow this moment of silence. I don't think that some random person should just be allowed or have access to some shit like that to even pull that off. Like, but hey, shit's gonna keep on. Goofy shit gonna still keep happening. You know, it's not to try to just make it seem like, oh yeah, we're all fucked, but it is good to be in the know of certain shit. You know, try to be aware. Like I would say, shit. Just hearing that story right there, if you move into a place and it feels like you're starting to get sick, you should definitely pay attention. Like read the room, read the signs of what the hell is going on. Like you just moved into a place shortly after all of a sudden you're starting to get sick and shit. Well, I would have been a bit maybe the first time I wouldn't think too much of it, but if the sickness started to feel like it was prolonged and certain things, definitely go to the doctor, figure out, try to get to the bottom of that shit. And maybe you would find out, the doctor would let you know, like, hey, you know, you got blah, 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 blah going on with you. You know, maybe they would even let you know, like, hey, you know, is everything, you know, it says that you got this off your test results in your system, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you have something in the house or blah, blah, blah. And then you could start putting two and two together. But to wrap up that one story, the guy almost pretty much killed the mom, the dad, and this newborn kid just because he was tired of them. So he put some that fuck shit in the air systems to where it could travel to their apartment. And I'm like, how the fuck did this guy even? For starters, I'm like, I'm like, damn man, you could have just went and got a new apartment in the same fucking apartment complex. You could have relocated. I guess he really didn't want to do all that shit. Like, if it was that big an issue, maybe you could have talked with these motherfuckers. Maybe he already did. I just don't know the whole story, you know? But just speaking off what I know, like, that shit was just, I didn't even want to find out all the extra details. Just, I was like, that shit right there was enough. For all I know, could be just some fake media just to draw some traction to the website or whatever the fuck I was looking at that story at. So, what movie that you like, love, or hold dearly would be fucked up or not enjoyable if it were to really happen? What would it be? What would it be, motherfucker? What would it be? Let's see. I think I think because we see certain movies and looking at it, we might be quick to be like, for example, like horror movies, we might be like, that's dumb, that's stupid. They could have just done this. But I feel like in real life, if you were to be in a lot of horror movies that we might look at as like, oh, that movie was kind of lame, that movie sucked. But if that shit would be real deal, I feel like, hold up, stretch break, motherfucker, stretch your body. I feel like the USA, we becoming a country of motherfuckers that don't like bending down. Everybody bending over, looking like they trying to do some tabletop shit. They be like this, trying to grab shit. Like they act like they ain't got knees no more. We lost control of our knees, nigga. I thought that train was gonna go on for a lot longer than it did, but I'm glad it did stop. But yeah, even dealing with like, if you were to be living in Chucky or Paranormal Activity or fucking Freddy versus Jason, if you had to deal with that shit in real life, whew, that shit would be something else. I would say a favorite movie of mine that would suck to, like, I fuck with Tenet, but to actually be in Tenet as like one of the main characters, man, I think that movie would be short. I would fuck up that mission. I don't know. I don't know if I could take on the complexities of what you gotta try. Oh hell no! Nah. Raindrop just fell on my laptop. Raindrop fell on my laptop. Ain't got a Benz or drop top. My station wagon, Flintstone, for a bitch that is Jetson. I'm dropping off. I'm hitting up with my lethal weapon. The signal at airdrop. Anyways, let me chill on my rapper brain shit. Yeah, what would be? Oh damn, this shit about fuck up my. Yeah, nah. What would the movie be for you? A movie you fuck with? Mine would be like, yeah, like Tenet or shit, uh, Insidious. Uh, yeah, and shit. Even speaking on some horror movies and shit, like I need to get a new a new location. I might have to start doing this shit like maybe in the backyard or something. Something. Take this shit inside maybe. Even though besides smoking, I like outside. Yeah, I like the fresh air. I like when if I wanted to smoke, I could fucking smoke. You know. But yeah, speaking of movies and shit in general, I feel like the conversation is like saturated with uh with what I'm about to say next, which is like how shit seems so like it just went downhill because these motherfucking companies scared to take a loss or take a hit on their credibility, which makes sense. But it is also like, damn, how much could we have gotten? How much are we missing out in like the movies and TV shows if these companies and people weren't scared to do some of these just say fuck it and actually make it happen regardless of the backlash. Like the backlash and the people's opinions being at such a high right now and how it could really take an effect on, that person's business, bread and butter, and make them look bad. I can see some shit is just outright like it's just foul. Then yeah, obviously you should get that attention. I'm not just trying to say, hey, let's excuse foul bullshit. That's obviously just like, you know, just fucked up. But if it ain't, and it's just like like you know that it's not as like extreme as sometimes some of these opinions are quick to exaggerate it to be. Then like I don't know, like like people trying to almost like send shit. Almost feels like the people's court trying to like, oh yeah, we're gonna cancel it, we're gonna exile it. Like in the future on some real shit, it's gonna get back to where old times and motherfuckers gonna be having public public like decapitations and shit. Like it's gonna get I feel like the cancel culture might lead into like a crate. If shit goes real left field, it might get to that point where that shit gets reintroduced and like, hey, yeah, we don't like this guy so much. You know what? We all vote that this motherfucker should get publicly executed. You know, I hope I'm wrong, but I really wouldn't be surprised if by the time I'm an old man, that shit is starting to see the light of day again. I'm like, well, history does repeat itself. Like, I get that you guys could be looking at me like, man, this gibberish ass motherfucker don't know what he talking about. He just yapping. He just yapping. Hey, sometimes people will just smack a label on some shit to not really understand what the fuck somebody's really trying to say. I can see if I am just saying shit that make no motherfucking sense at all. Like, what's that dude's name? Uh, he was in That So Raven, Orlando Brown. I can see if I'm saying something Orlando Brown ass shit that you just like. I'm just like, yeah, I saw a cat flying, and this motherfucker had a machine gun in his hand and mowed down like 100 people. If I'm, obviously, I feel like that's more like Yap. But if I'm saying some shit that does have some, it does have some sense to it. Motherfuckers will be quick to be lazy and just trying to make it seem like, oh, this nigga just yapping. He just yapping. He just talking a lot of nothing. It's like, all right. I think you just got lazy ass ears and you ain't trying to hear it because maybe it's a little too much for you to process. Man. So, besides all that, uh, who do you think would get more pussy? Johnny Bravo or Quagmire? Think about it. And if you don't know who the fuck that is, maybe you need to go check that out. You might be missing out. Johnny Bravo or Quagmire? I'm gonna go with Johnny Bravo because I feel like Quagmire in real life with his big ass chin, like, I think he would scare the hoes. Maybe he probably would get more play if this man just lived in like the red district. And I think he would really some of this shit. Yeah, I think Johnny Bravo, as much as he gets like uh, he gets turned down or the amount of the L's that he takes and shit. I think in real time, if there's I'm sure there's some real Johnny Bravos and Quagmires out there. But I would say I think Johnny Bravo would win over Quagmire. But man, I notice I keep doing this shit where I'll be setting like 3 alarms. I try to set one alarm. The first alarm, it always feels like it's an alarm to. Here comes another loud ass vehicle. Hold up. Let me see if this shit's still recording. Oh yeah, we still going. We still going. Amen. Oh damn, my riff. You ever heard of a roof being called a riff? It sounded like I was a couple of letters away from saying roof. Rough, not roof. Hold on, I gotta switch the location of this shit because this shit is I'm tired of the roof pissing on me. Yeah. Check out the adult onesie. I'm looking fly in the motherfucker. I'm your favorite grandpa, getting all the soccer mom walls. Hold on. God damn, it's like it just got louder in this bitch. Hold on. Yeah, it got louder in this bitch for real. Hopefully you can hear me. It doesn't sound like I'm an ant screaming from the dirt. Like, I can't hear shit this guy's trying to say. Let me check. Shit still going. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it looked like you keep getting a close up on my Johnson, but trust me, I'm not trying to do no weird ass thirst trap. Damn, all this tea and this Canada. I'm drinking on some Canada Dry right now. Yeah, I ain't trying to fuck with anything that got too much caffeine in it. I know my tea got caffeine in it, but whatever. Fuck am I talking about? Yeah, the alarm shit. It's like I always set one alarm that's like the alarm where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up early and I'm gonna do something productive. Maybe I'll even go for a run before work where I know damn well I'm gonna be walking maybe 10 to 12,000 steps for this 8 to 10, 12-hour shift. Um, Oftentimes what really happens is I might wake up to that first alarm once, yeah, once a blue moon, and then we got the second alarm, which is like 15 minutes away from the realistic alarm, which is like, okay, if I don't catch the first one, then I got a second one that will at least be like, it'll give me some time to maybe hop in the shower or, do a little something like have a little bit of time to myself before I just roll right into my shift. Um, but then there's the third alarm where I'm like, that's the one I'm off. Then like I'll end up snoozing or trying to turn off the other alarm. I'll wake up just to hit the damn phone. I'll punch the damn alarm out of the phone, knock that motherfucker out. Like, hey, go to sleep, go night night, nigga. I'm trying to go night night. Why you trying to wake me up and shit? Leave me the hell alone. I know I said yesterday I was trying to be productive with my time and all, but I lied. Okay, I thought I could do it. My body's saying hell no. Go back to sleep. I don't think it helped that I got a damn like a $2,000 mattress. That's like it's a $2,000 bed, and that bitch is just comfy. I'm just like, I feel like I'm melted in that bitch, just like how butter will be on a bagel, nigga. I'm just like, I'm just too in sync with it, and I'm like, nigga, you need to swim out of this feeling. Sometimes I really got to force myself to just be like, hey, fuck the comfort. You're getting too comfortable with the comfort. Break out of this shit. Because you're going to thank yourself later for breaking out of the shit and getting some other shit done ahead of time so you don't have to now do it after work. Because after work, you might feel demotivated or unmotivated to not want to do that shit. And I'm like, yeah. That's another little constant battle. But what sports are you surprised isn't extinct? That's like popular. Obviously, I want to go ahead and say like racquetball or which I think racquetball. I know racquetball seems like a fun sport, but uh, let me pick another one. Hold on. Um, uh, I'm gonna go with what's that damn game with the? It's like you got a little. Looks like you got a little skinny British looking ass hammer, and you hit the ball, and it's like I don't know. It's like maybe a handyman's way of playing golf. They're like, yeah, fuck a club. We use hammers. We're gonna use this little mallet looking ass thing to hit this ball. I don't know if it's called. I was about to say crochet. I don't know if it's called like cricket or something like that. But if a popular sport, if a popular sport were to get extinct, because I love basketball and football too much, I'm gonna go with something like baseball or soccer. You know. But what would your choice be? What surprise are you support? What sport are you surprised isn't extinct, or like yeah, a popular one, or if you had to pick one to get rid of out the main ones, which one would it be? Hey, can we stop saying thank you when it's not necessary? Like that shit feels goofy, myself included. The other day, I'm leaving a voicemail after failing a call, and to respond to this it was a business it was a to respond to this It was a business related voicemail. So we're playing this damn game of tennis, trying to like phone tennis, trying to get one or the other to pick up the motherfucking phone, and they left the voicemail. So I'm like, okay, let me call them. I feel now I'm leaving a voicemail sounding like some little goofball saying at the end, "Thank you," and then it was unnecessary. Like it didn't even. It was just like, yeah. I responded to. I'm like, hey, I'm calling back to. I saw that I got a missed call from you. Blah blah blah. Give me a call as soon as you can. And then I'm like, thank you. I'm like, why? Why do we even have to say thank you? That what's the favor? What? Thank you because the person tried to reach out to me. Like, come on now. That shit feel like kind of like little kiss ass type energy. Like, yo, thank you so much for ringing my phone. Like, nigga, I'm not really happy to even be getting notifications and shit. To you know, sometimes that shit could be annoying. I'm like, here we go again, some other shit that we got to get around to. But I'm like, I don't really feel thankful. But like, I guess I appreciate the reach out, like them reaching out, but it's not like to where I feel like I need to say thank you. You know what I mean? That shit just seemed a little bit extra. Um, mm, 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 mm. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna go through some. I'm gonna go through some songs here in a bit. The other day, I was about to audition for John Casablanca. I don't know how to say this last name. John Blancas. Uh, just to find out after doing some research, it's pretty much like could be a big ass scam. Like they just trying to get you to pay for extra classes, and like they're so quick to be like yes to you, like they accept everybody and shit, and it seems like they're just trying to really get money off of you and get your hopes high about some shit that's not like you're not. They're gonna. I seen people saying like and pretty much they keep trying to get you to take extra classes and shit. But as for your actual career and doing some work, it just seems like they keep just trying to give you coaching, tips, advice, and classes and courses that you got to keep paying for you to not really see the light of day with like a modeling or acting career, which they're trying to promote. Now, I think some people actually got some shit positive out of it, so I don't know the whole story, but off that research and just like my own personal experience, like trying to deal with them, it just seems like they're so quick to just like yeah, you got it, you did great. Now, hey, here's the next steps. We're gonna need $2,000. I'm like, bro, fuck. Like I'm like, I'm done dealing with agencies. Like I'm just gonna go straight to the main source. Like so, I'm in the process of I'm putting an application in for modeling, but I got my teeth are kind of fucked. My teeth are fucked up, and damn, I just got like a bill notification saying, "Hey, upcoming withdrawal notice." I'm like, "Oh shit, what does that mean?" Red alarms, red alarms. Okay, it's just saying a bill's coming up. Why'd they have to be all fancy with it? Upcoming withdrawal notice. All right, bro. You can just say, "Hey, you got a bill coming up." Well, hey, they're trying to be professional. Let them be classy with it. But yeah, that little modeling agency shit made me want to just. I was like, you know what? I did this shit already like 3-4 times already with modeling and acting, and I'm like, there always seems like it reeks of like you're about to get finessed, you're about to get played. They're trying to sell you on like a big ass like dream, and like they're like, or they're selling you on like, yeah, they're selling you on the idea and the hope of like, yeah, you got the chance, you know, they're trying to really gas you up just to really like get you to keep going like this, like just like, yeah, you're doing great, you're doing amazing, just yeah, keep that going. Like they're just feeding you compliments to get you to, oh, really, well, in that case, let me just keep throwing money in. Let me keep throwing money in. Like I said, some agencies maybe, even that agency I'm talking about, it could work out, but it's like you would probably have to spend a shit ton of money and probably be annoying and on their ass about actually seeing something happening, you know, some work, you know. And speaking of work, bro, like with this new job I'm about to start, it's like I feel like the communication with a lot of workplaces in general is just like fucking go is like not good. I can't say it's really going downhill because I'm pretty sure that even back then it was like there's people saying this, yeah, it was going downhill in like 1940 or 50. But um like right now, just the communication on my own personal end with a lot of job places or jobs in places that I've worked at, it's just like it seems like the communication becomes a fucking silly situation to where you almost have to like you have to almost yank it out of them to communicate some shit that it's already their responsibility to communicate. And it is frustrating to where I'm like, why does it feel like I have to be annoying to get you to do your job? And it almost seems like you're thinking I'm bothering you by even talking to you about this. I'm like, bro, then why the fuck are you even in the position you're in? Just to act like a diva when somebody actually like talks to you about like, hey, bro, like what, like, you know, rather it be like certain instructions on what needs to be done and yada yada. I know that they got certain things that they got to deal with too, so it might be an inconvenience to what they got to take care of. But it's like, why are systems seeming to be fucking up in that regard with the communication, uh, or the places that I've dealt with work related wise? It's just like they're like they almost seem dodgy and shit, or like they beat around the bush and they have like cheap ass ways about you having to find out. Like this one place I worked at not long ago, they're like the way you would find out about shit was from other coworkers, and I'm like, that's not necessarily a big problem, but you would think that, you know, you don't just get like they give you a little bit of information then just throw you out into, or they just don't give you no information, just throw you out into the mix of it. And then it's like you got to start putting the pieces together on like certain things that should already been known rather been through orientation, or, you know, not all places are like that, but I've dealt with some joints where I'm just like, damn, your communication sucks ass. Even on the job hunt shit, it felt like or with job hunting too, it's like you're trying to get an answer to something that feels like could get, like you would expect it should take not as long as they seem like they're trying to prolong you into the process of like, oh yeah, just wait for an email and blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, if you need somebody for a fucking job, just say yes or no. Like, take a little bit of time out your day. It don't hurt for you to talk for a little bit and then make the decision. Or if you just say, hey, fuck it, yeah, we do need somebody. If you really need somebody for a position, why does it feel like you're pussyfooting around to get that position filled? I get it's like you're weighing out the options and whatnot, but maybe how about you just fucking take a chance, take a leap in some cases, and just, you know, like I feel like uh I could see like a day, a couple days or two, like they could. I feel like they should hire somebody really to fucking go through the application process and hiring people on their team. Like, I feel like they try to maybe merge it on maybe a manager or whatever, and that's not, or on another employee there that doesn't really, that's not really their responsibility. So they're kind of juggling, or they're, you know, I don't know, maybe they're doing AI system and they're just trying to, you know. I don't know. I feel like them motherfuckers be cutting corners and shit and not really doing the job to the extent that they should be doing it. Or it's like a real prolonged like tap dance, weird ass tap dance, like to where I remember this other place recently. I kept going there like almost every other day, asking, "Hey, blah blah blah," about the job and the status of my application, and letting them know, "Hey, I'm available. I'm not far away." Blah blah blah, and like pretty much showing them that, hey, I'm ready for the position. I'm game. If you guys need somebody, I'm down to help. Let's try it out. Let's work. I have experience in the realm. I'm pretty much I'm introducing myself. I'm trying to let them know like I'm down. Uh, representing my resume and all, like because I could sit here and be on some lazy bullshit and just expect like to get a response through like the phone and just like not show face. But with that job shit, there's times where I do hear like, yeah, you just gotta wait till you hear something back from them. You gotta wait till, but I'll be old fashioned. I'm showing face. I'm gonna try to find out as soon as possible from the direct source of the manager or the hiring manager there, because you doing that phone shit now you gotta wait what 2-3 weeks. Sometimes it feels like you don't get a response in months. So it's like fuck all that. Show some face when it comes to something that you are trying to get. Don't be thinking you can just like fish from what, like it's like me trying to fish from where I'm at right here, but the body of water is like 5 miles away. I'm like fishing from a distance thinking I'm gonna catch a fish in a convenient quick time. Nah, it's come on. Or even if some people feel comfortable doing that, the long term, like getting a response in 2-3 weeks. But I'm that type of dude. I'm impatient to the point where if I'm trying to get some shit like today, or feel like I'm trying to get some shit, I was trying to get this shit like yesterday or a month ago, like, yeah, I'm coming in trying to find out about it like now. Like, is it a no, or is it, maybe to the people that I've crossed paths with in the job hunting stuff. It's not like I'm just being real hostile, like, hey, nigga, you got a job. If you got a job, I want it now and I need it now. I'm not taking no for an answer. I know that can be, uh, the way I'm describing it, somebody can misunderstand it for that. That's not what it is, but I'm talking cordial with them. I'm being respectful. I'm, being mindful of my tone and, not trying to come off like just brazen and brash about it. But it just feels like, yeah, it just feels like they're quick to give me one of those. Oh yeah, we'll just wait in your email. We'll get back to you in like 2 to 3 days. Yeah, you'll hear an answer. They'll reach out to you. I'm just like, it's like I feel like the way they're giving me those damn little cop outs is like, all right, shoo now, shoo, go on, shoo, not yet. I'm like, but aren't y'all the motherfucker saying with these big bold ass letters now hiring for? Like you're making it seem like you really need somebody, but you kind of giving off the, oh well, actually, yeah, just hold on, like the fuck. I'm looking at you like y'all's company look full of shit right now. You need somebody or not? If you don't need me, just let me know. The answer is no, so we can move on. We're not wasting each other's time. We're not wasting each other's like hopes and shit. But whoop de doo. One of my homeboys shared a video clip of Drake's new song from Iceman where he's in a dance studio with some woman that looks like my side piece. uh, I forgot I wrote it like that. Looks like my side piece was captured, reverse ransom. She looked like she was captured in this video, reverse ransom hostage style from diddling drizzy time. hold on, hold on. Here I go AI reading. Let me run the wheels back. like Theo Vaughn. Hold on, that looks yeah. In the video, there's a dance studio. I think it was Iceman episode 2 or 3. Dance studio with some woman that looks like my side piece. Looks like my side piece was captured reverse ransom hostage style from Diddling Drizzy. Time to redo my hoochie daddy resume and start applying for new Tatianas. That accept brown face coins, no blue face Benjamins with this salary. The song sounded that was playing with the girl doing like some, I don't know, it looked like they're in like maybe like a modern day ballet setting. Uh, Drake was in his Caribbean bag. I didn't really care about that. Not even really. I don't care about that track. Uh, Not to just be like, yeah, Drake, fuck you. You make bullshit music. You make good music, but that song I don't care about. I feel like, and that doesn't have to be such a bad thing. Being honest about what you fuck with, what you don't. I'm not just trying to be on the bandwagon of hey, hate Drake. I fuck with Drake, um, but I feel like people you fuck with, you should at least, if you fuck with somebody, you should not fuck with them just in like on some yes man type of wave. Like be honest too. Um, Not honest just to be brat, just to be like an asshole to that person. But it's okay to say you don't fuck with some shit, and it don't got to be a big deal. Now, if that person tries to make it a big deal, then maybe you should kind of look at that person like, hey, are you just expecting me to be in agreement with everything you got going on? Because if that's the case, then you need to go skedaddle. Um, yeah, but Drake sounded like Drake sounded like it's a joke. Don't take this shit too fucking intense. Like I got some vendetta against this man. But it sounded like he was at a kiosk trying to sell woman on his romance. Uh, uh, on his romance. This sounds like what Drake wishes he did on work with Rihanna. Uh, the song doesn't sound bad off of like first glance, not really paying attention to it, but then it feels like some cool filler and passing a cool like elevator music. Um, this has nothing to do with that. The whole rap battle between him and Kendrick, just on the song itself. I do fuck with the song that Drake has called "What Did I Miss." It's like medium temp heat, which not every song that goes on the playlist are 10 out of 10s. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it real. Hey, we got some C's, we got some B's, we got some A grade songs on our playlist. Shit, I probably got a few like D's and F's on there. It could be just because the instrumental hit hard like a motherfucker, or the way the person saying what they're saying on the song is just like, ooh. But the subject matter, what he's talking about, is a whole lot of nothing. But the way he's saying that shit, I'm just like, damn, this shit is sonically appealing. But then motherfuckers say some shit like, yeah, I just, uh, fuck it. I'm not even gonna go down that. I was gonna try to freestyle some fucking joke about what what the lyrics would be, but I'm gonna let that shit dissipate. Uh, yeah, invisible bug just bit my eyebrow. Or maybe it's because I'm drinking these damn Canada dries and eating these sweets and shit, and the sugar's starting to form damn little mountains on my head. It's like, nigga, you got a new sugar zit. I'm like, what the fuck? Um, hey, new haircuts got a shelf life of like 1 hour. Yeah, before that shit gets old, motherfuckers is like, or maybe it's got like Maybe even shorter than that. Like that new haircut effect. Like somebody sees you, they're like, whoa, you look good, or like, damn, you look different. Then shortly after, that shit is just like, oh, not to say like a motherfucker gotta sit there and be so enamored with your haircut, like, oh, just like seem overly fascinated with the shit the whole day or for a long ass period of time. But haircuts get once you get a new haircut, it's like that shit becomes normal in the shelf life of like it being like, whoa, like that shit's like there, it's there and then it's gone. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you look good with your haircut. Then like 20 minutes later, it's like, okay, yeah. Like it's not as brand new as it doesn't really hold that same hit as maybe when that person first saw you. It was like, oh shit, this man was looking rugged as hell. Like he looked like a his head was starting to look like an Italian man's ass. How hairy and just wild it was looking. Um, this nigga had wolf nuts. His head looked like a wolf's nuts. That shit was just hairy and going crazy, but it looked like it wasn't groomed. And then when you get that shit groomed up, then it's like, oh my god, this motherfucker actually, cleaned up his head. Whoa, dude, you look nice. You look like you deserve a blue collar job. Oh shit. Uh Man. Yeah, food going downhill. I heard a little this motherfucker well, he locked up now about it, but little this little punk ass dude over here trying to get some clout, or so he over here spraying pesticides on fucking produce products, and he got people sick and fucked up. Man, I would have beat that nigga head in with some produce. Have I caught that motherfucker and whooped his ass? Let me see a motherfucker in the store doing some fuck shit like that, boy. I mean, actually, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm a saint. I'm I am not a violent person. Shit. And let me calm down. Somebody be like, yeah, you know what? I heard there was a fight going on in this one store, and yeah, this guy, you see on video right here? Let me do a little quick snippet and try to make this guy, let me do a little quick clip and try to make this guy look like a fucking demon because, I love seeing people face, I don't know, I feel like people got that fascination with loving, seeing people just get destroyed, going through hell. Like that might be the real life. That's the reality Netflix show or Hulu show. Of like, yeah, it's canceled. Let's put this person through hell. Let's see if they fuck up and they fail, and let's see how miserable and you know. But if the person, like I said before, is doing some foul shit, and it's like rightfully so, the they get what pretty much they deserve, then I'm not speaking against that. Hopefully you don't think I'm just saying, yeah, excuse everybody that does a whole lot of bullshit. Nobody should get any type of punishments. Everybody should just be willy-nilly. Okay, we still good. You know that crazy cartoon dancing that looked like some crackhead energy with DD Dance Revolution arrows? That shit is cancer to my eyes, nigga. I hate seeing that shit. But my kid loved watching that shit. And since she loves watching it, like, and she likes dancing to it, doing that little, like that glitch ass, like, I don't know, almost looks like motherfucker having a seizure. It looked crazy, bro. Motherfucker would do like 3 movements real fast and just like a glitch ass dance. But hey, not to say that it can't be fun, cause shit, I was dancing with my daughter. I had me a little fun, but it is something like I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be doing this shit. I don't want to be doing this shit for a long period of time. I'll tell you that much. I had a little fun with it, and I don't want to just because I had a little fun with it. I'm not gonna try to make that like this is part of me now. This is who I am. this is what I do now. See, it's like, looking like a backup break dancer on the cardboard that got stuck in some, I don't know, the fucking thing just lagged up mid dance and just like, oh shit, shit, shit. What move was I doing? What move was I like? That's ugh. Like I said, I try to even keep up with my daughter doing that shit because she's a little kid. She can do that shit no problem. My old ass, I feel like I almost threw out my back 100 times trying to pull off some of the moves. I'm like, oh, help. Life alert. I think I broke my bones again the 20th time this week. I feel like in this outfit, I'm looking like Dave Chappelle off that stand-up special he was doing. What is it, Stick and Stones, or he did that Netflix. He did like two stand-up, uh, stand-up, stand-ups, back to back, like bird's eye, some shit, and he was wearing like that green jumpsuit or coverall type of uniform. Yeah, I feel I'm Dave Chappelle now. Where's my cigarette? Where am I? Hold on, I think I found my cigarette. My hillbilly southern cigarette right here. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, my lips are poisoned. I just got some of the jizz from this blade of grass on my lip. Damn, I shouldn't have put it that close to my fucking lips, man. Oh, let me get my lighter. My lighter I bought from Mother Nature. This is how vegans smoke cigarettes. All right. Whoo, I got to piss and probably shit. So I'm a cartwheel out this bitch. Just give me a quick minute. I'm rapping like some nigga from the 90s. And I was cooking on the skillet. Tell me if the heat you can feel it.